So excited. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay, here we go. How you guys doing? Welcome to the Geezer Podcast, where knowledge is key, and we are seekers of knowledge. Today we have a special guest, Rose. She's returning for part 2. Hello, Rose. And we got Trey.
What it do?
And me, James. Okay, so we're picking up let's see, back where we left off from the first video. And Rose, can you please explain about your experience about moving to Seattle while you have a child? Because I know one of our viewers was asking. Can you please explain, please?
So, moving in general with a child to begin with is going to be a little bit difficult, no matter who's in the situation. But I have 2 children, so I had a fresh child who was fresh out the pussy. He wasn't even like 9 months yet, actually. So he was probably around 6 or 7 months when I moved. My daughter was 3, and my mother came with me, which was great because I had support. But even with the support, it was still very difficult because I do have to take care of everybody in my family. So, or just like my immediate family, my mom and my 2 kids. So moving, first of all, getting on the airplane, going through the airport was fucking hilarious. Like, it was a mess. Like, if you could imagine me trying to carry a baby with a backpack on my back, and my mom's got my daughter, and we've got like suitcases, like struggling. We got car seats. It was like, it was a lot, but we made it through. It was my mom's first time flying, so that was
Oh,
an
man.
interesting thing. It was hilarious. I'm trying to tell you, it's the funniest shit I'd ever seen. Um, but yeah, so we moved to Washington State. We got here. My cousin got us from the airport, and I ended up staying with family when I first got out here, which was great. Um, I knew that in my mind, I knew I wanted to do it, and I just did it. I mean, it was very difficult. It tested me mentally, emotionally, like physically. It tested me. I was tested like every inch you can think of in life. I was tested.
Mm.
So it took me 2.5 months to get my first place out here. Um, I had transferred my job that I was working at in Lexington up here, so I didn't really have to worry about trying to like find a job. But I did have to worry about transportation. And one of the reasons I brought my mother with me was because she's such a great grandma, and she always like has my back. She always like helps take care of my kids. But I also brought her out here because she's very fucking resourceful, okay? Washington has so many resources that I didn't have time to look for because I was being mommy and I was working all the time. So she found all these great resources for us, and it just made my life a little bit easier. So I will say that if you can have support, if you have the support, move where you have the support. I don't recommend not moving if you're scared of not having support. At the end of the day, we are women and we can do whatever we put our minds to. That goes for anybody. But women, we're just known for being a lot stronger mentally, emotionally.
All right.
Just
All right.
just throw it out there.
Lightweight
But
agree with that. I
it
ain't
it
gonna
is
front.
hard. It is very hard, but I did it. And there's nothing that's gonna not like that's not gonna keep me from doing it. Because the only person that stops you is you. So
Yep. Yep.
Do you think the houses out there are expensive or are they somewhat cheap?
expensive as fuck. They lied.
So is it kind of like California? Just
It's
expensive
just
out
as bad as California. If not,
there. Oh,
it's. I feel like Cali is a little bit more expensive,
God. Right.
but yeah, it's just as bad.
If you could move somewhere else, where would you move to with your family? You know what I'm saying? With the kids, your mom. Is there anywhere else you would rather move? Would you move to?
Mm, to another country.
Why is that? And
I
what
just want to
country?
experience. I don't know what country yet. I mean, I thought about Africa. I've thought about Bahamas. I've thought about Barbados. I've thought about all the islands. I've thought about somewhere in Europe. I've thought about Japan. I really like Japan.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure yet. I have to do a little more research. I'm still getting grounded here, so it's not something that I'm thinking about doing in the next like 5 years, maybe 10 years.
Hmm. And I do think women are definitely a little bit stronger than men mentally. I do.
What the hell? Sorry, my son stuck his way up here. Come upstairs.
Tell me, we say what's up.
Oh, this is Apollo.
What's up, Apollo? That's actually a dope name though, because we boxing
Downstairs.
fans, me and Trey. Apollo Creed.
He's named after the Greek god Apollo.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, who is closely related to who's actually the same deity as the African god Amun Ra, which his middle name is Amun. So,
I did not know that.
yep.
I was thinking about naming my son Mansa.
Who?
Mansa.
Nothing
It
wrong with
means
it.
king. It's from like
Yeah, wasn't he like the richest king ever or some shit like
yeah,
that?
Mansa Musa. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
richest
definitely.
human being of all time.
Of all time. And they stole all that shit.
Google it. Google that shit. It's because he still owned the mines. Africa got so many resources. It's insane.
It's
It's
insane. Where do you
it's
think we get technology from? They stole all that shit from us.
Okay.
And then they sold it back to us. Ain't that some crazy shit?
I learned that a lot of the batteries come from Africa. Like some, you know what I'm saying? Some that
Cell
they did
phone
up there
batteries. Yeah,
for all the Tesla cars, their batteries, it comes
yeah,
from Africa. I was like,
yeah.
wow. I was
Elon and speaking of Tesla, Elon Musk is not even like
super
I
smart.
don't know how he became the face of Tesla. He just made a good investment. That's all.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think the smart people
Made a good
might be
investment.
behind it.
Well, duh.
Kind of like the government, the president really is kind of like the mascot, but the real people are like behind the president.
Yeah. It'd be the small people. I mean,
Yeah.
it's always been, it's the little things in life.
It makes it. I have a question.
I have an
Do you
answer.
think that you have found yourself fully?
No, definitely not. It would take a lifetime. and and even if it did take a lifetime, I'd probably still be looking for some more shit later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Like I have found myself more deeply.
Yeah.
But I also think that comes with age as well. And putting yourself in like uncomfortable situations that I've definitely been in. Um but I have fallen more deeply in love with myself. I have forgiven myself for a lot of things. And I just keep pushing, just keep going.
So do you even think that you can fully find yourself, or do you feel like that people constantly change over time?
Absolutely. I change every day. I've been eating butter pecan ice cream for like a week. I took a bite of it today. I was like, I don't want this shit.
I'm weak. I'm done with it today. I'm through.
I'm done. I think I'm done with it for a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the one thing I learned about psychology or life in my psychology class when I was in high school was that the only thing that is constant is change. And so we're always moving. We're always moving.
I like that.
Vibrations are always happening. Everything's always changing. No matter how big the change is or how small it is, it's always happening. And so it just like I said before, it depends on how you react to it, how you just what energy you put into it. So
I believe that. I can see that. And um, do you think that we can learn from our dreams? Do you think that our dreams have like hidden meanings in them at all?
absolutely, absolutely. Um,
I think to a
sorry.
certain, yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
So, what do you say, Trey?
I think it
No,
does like
mommy's
to a
doing her
certain
podcast
extent.
downstairs.
I don't think 100% fully
Downstairs.
like all the time, but I think there's a
Right.
lot of shit in your dreams for real.
Right.
It's true.
What's the weirdest dream that you've had? Trey, you go first.
I like these are dreams though. I can't remember that many dreams, but like this is why I say to a certain extent, like I'm not making this up. The most recent dream I had,
Spit it out, damn it. Fuck.
you're making me laugh. The most recent dream I had was Ben.
Yeah.
Was about Ben, and him and this white dude had
Yeah.
this like creepy old white van, and they were just like killing little kids in the van. So I went to go tell on somebody, and then they was trying to kill me.
Ben was with him?
Yes,
I am weak.
yes. I tried to get the strap, and like Ben was like low key starting to whoop my ass.
I'm fucking weak. Hey, he was in your dream like, shit. Whooping my ass.
I woke up.
Yeah.
I woke up.
Shit. Whooping my ass right now, boy.
Shit.
Oh my god, that's comedy.
Wow.
It's
Now you learned something, Trey. You learned something. You need to get your hands up. That's what you learned. You like put your hands up, boy.
I don't know what the wildest dream I've ever had was, but I can say that I knew both times when I was pregnant. So there's a whole like thing, like if you dream about fishing or like fish or like fish swimming in in water, it means you're pregnant. And it happened to me twice, and that's how I knew I was pregnant. That and I knew my body pretty well, but I was like, damn, they got me.
I'm weak. Damn it.
Damn. I was out for 10 months.
The
But
craziest dream, one of them, I actually dream a lot. And I don't know if that's weird or not. Some people be like, dog, like, I can't remember the last time I had a dream. But I dream a lot all the time. I don't know if it's because I have anxiety or something, or if my mind just constantly is, you know what I'm saying, just won't stop.
yeah.
I don't know. But I dream a whole lot. But one dream I had when I was a kid, I never forgot. I can remember the whole entire scene. And it was like an arena and has like fire everywhere. And you know, like the dividers in the highway, you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
that divides the highway? It's like
Yeah.
those cinder block things, the pieces. They was in a big circle with graffiti on them. And in the center was a little circle with like a light pole. And it was nighttime and it was fire everywhere. And a big praying mantis came out. He came in there, yo. I was so scared. He had to be like 50 feet. Like, he was huge. He just crawled in there. I just like looked up and I woke up. I was scared as fuck. I was like, I wonder does it mean something?
That's funny. There was just a praying mantis on my back or my side door the other day. Hold on, I'm about to see.
I'm about to get a praying mantis tatted on my neck. It must mean something.
Please don't.
Oh, okay. So you can actually Google this stuff because you can find stuff that'll like tell you or whatever. But seeing a praying mantis can be considered to be good luck or bad, depending on your culture. Depending on culture. It also comes from the mantis comes from the Greek word meaning prophet or seer. It is also related to the word menos, which means spirit and passion.
I got them eyes. I can see what's going on.
Therefore, the praying mantis is often seen as a symbol of someone with clairvoyant abilities, as well as someone who is a master at meditation.
I don't know for a fact how to meditate. I don't know how, but some people, like, if you do something over and over, it can be meditation. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, I don't know what meditation really is on some real shit.
To be honest, what I perceive, my perspective, is like you said, like if you do something over and over, yeah, that's meditation. But The meditation that I have encountered is um yoga for one. That's very meditative. I smoke a joint real quick and do some yoga. I'd be the most relaxed person ever. Like I'll just be so chill. I'm not worried about anything. My anxiety level is like super low. Like I'm super chill. I'm going throughout the day as if I'm skipping through a field of flowers.
Hmm.
But it's about finding your inner peace, and it's about practicing those inner peace, like that inner peace. Like whatever brings you peace is a form of meditation. Like so just sitting and chilling in my room for me sometimes. Like my room is my sanctuary. So sitting in here on hours just chilling, like laying on my yoga mat or listening to like chill music, that's a form of meditation for me because it helps me like work through all my thoughts and realize that at the end of the day everything's going to be okay. Like I'm always straight.
Yep.
So like when people are like, "Oh, I don't know how to meditate. I don't have time to meditate." You can meditate for 1 minute out the day
Mm.
if that gets you to your peaceful place. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's fine because just people just know that only one way to meditate that people see on TV and
That's what I
all the,
think.
cross
That's why
leg.
I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
lighting
like
candles and shit.
yeah, you got to be careful about doing hand symbols and shit. Like you don't even
Yeah.
know what mantras and stuff you're like opening up. Yeah, you got to be careful doing that shit.
This
Yes, absolutely.
What's
Not
that?
only that, like these, like your
shit.
fingertips, like your hands and stuff. Have you guys heard of acupuncture?
Yeah.
So like that, and then like your reflexes and stuff like that. So your fingers, your feet, like everything in your body relates to something else inside of your body. So when you're doing stuff like this and doing like all that stuff relates to stuff that's happening inside of your body. So you got to be careful about doing stuff like that. It's pressure points and
Need to
stuff. You're like
Google.
you're resetting like your liver right now. Like like there's a whole bunch of stuff like that the when you push on the roof of your mouth, it stops a brain freeze. Like it's all connected and
I didn't think of that. But when I think of people that meditate, they're like, yeah, I just meditate. I literally think they like go sit in the grass, crisscross applesauce,
Yeah.
and
if
hit
it
that
brings them
little
peace,
hit that
yeah.
and let the sun hit them. Like that's what I've always thought. I'm like, is that how they do it for real? Like, is that what I gotta do? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. My favorite position to meditate in is the corpse pose because the corpse pose is
Sound
literally
dead.
what it sounds like. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
I'm weak.
The corpse pose is literally with your palms facing up, laying on the side of you, like a corpse, just laying there on your back like a corpse. Corpse
I
pose.
ain't gonna front. I do like to, like when I sit outside and like hear, I don't know, crickets, birds, or whatever. I do like that. I like the peace and quiet of that. So I don't know. Maybe I should try like the stereotypical crisscross applesauce.
Whatever you want to do, whatever
Yeah.
gets you to peace.
Yeah, me too.
Trey, you want to do it with me or
Of course.
I love this. Yeah, yeah.
look at me when I'm
Yeah. If I
talking
could do
to
it,
you, Trey? You
if
gotta
I
do
can
it
do
or
it.
what?
Is there alcohol involved?
Of course.
Hey, see, I'm one of them. Like I'll drink, but I have a lot to say about alcohol, man.
No, uh, I probably won't focus.
I ain't gonna focus.
I won't focus.
So what do you think about
But
alcohol, Rose? You think it's
It's
good?
horrible. It's awful.
damn,
It's awful for you. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows alcohol's horrible for you. You shouldn't drink it. But are we still gonna take a shot? Yes. Yes, the fuck we are.
yep.
All right, my bad, damn.
Are you good? I'm just saying, like, eventually I will get to the point. Actually, I'm getting to that point now where like I'm starting to slow down on drinking like often. Like it's getting
Yeah.
to a point where it's like my body's rejecting it way too often now. Like, I'm not like throwing up like profusely or anything like that, but I'm like, my body's like, no, I think it's time for you to chill the fuck out. And I'm just like, I hear you, but one more shot.
Yeah. Just go with your gut.
If I went my gut, there's a lot of things I wouldn't be doing.
I've been around. Every time I'm around alcohol, I'm always around the bad part. I have more bad than good with alcohol, but I drink. I ain't gonna front. I drink, but I get tipsy.
We all do.
I get tipsy and I'm done. I actually don't like being drunk. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I ain't gonna lie. But that is just me.
I understand.
That was my daughter this time.
I understand.
And weed is legal where you at. Recreational. So nobody can do it publicly, right? You have to take it home or
Yeah, you can.
because when I was in Vegas, they said it's not public. So you can't. I think you just
I
can't
mean,
do.
like if you're like walking downtown smoking some weed, literally nobody's gonna say anything to you. They don't really care as long as you're not like driving and smoking. I believe. 'Cause you can smoke. I actually don't know if you can smoke in public parks. You know, people just do whatever the fuck they want out here. To be honest,
Yeah.
I should probably look into those laws though, because now it's not a good time to go to jail.
I know, right? No type
Um,
of encounter with the police.
Period.
And
then you go to jail and get injected with COVID. Like this shit's crazy.
You think that's what they're doing in jail?
No. I'm saying like now and beyond, if they end up legalizing this vaccine or whatever, if they end up doing that, if you're in jail, you have to get the shot.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Even without being in jail, I don't like. I don't. I'm just not feeling it.
At all.
And I have a question about younger generations. What's some of the most important advice that you can give anybody younger than you, like just in your life that you think has been important for you?
Love yourself. Love yourself. You are beautiful and you are smart and you're kind and you were made perfectly the way you are. And all you can do is work on yourself every day and don't take nothing to offense. I promise you, it's usually not them. It's usually like it don't have nothing to do with you, is what I'm saying. Like it don't usually have nothing to do with you. So just love yourself. Live
it's
in
very
love. Lead with love. Like it'll make things so much easier and so much more peaceful for you. I promise.
it's
I
very important.
absolutely promise.
Do you have any ways where people can learn how to love themselves? Like what's something that you have done where you loved yourself? What did you have to do that is loving yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, has there been anything in your life that happened where you're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that because
Sorry, my fan just fell out of my window.
I seen that.
It's hella windy right
Mm.
now.
I'm a,
Sorry. Okay.
remember them days? Trey? Well, my car used to hit everything. Every time I hit a bump. Like, damn, son.
Damn.
So what's one thing I've done to find self love?
One or a few, like something that's important that something that happened in your life that might help somebody else. Like, nah, you need to do this or change
Um,
this. Something that will help you love yourself. Something that will help you putting yourself first. Things like that.
the lowest. So I'll go from the lowest to like the highest thing I've done.
Mm,
Um, the lowest thing I've done is uh let somebody else validate how beautiful I am.
mm,
Like to have validation is like
mm,
one of the lowest things that I've done to find self love. And then after that, I just started like reading. I just started reading all types of books. I started what? Hold on. There's a line in it. Okay. This is one of my favorite books. It is called. Oh, sorry, it's
The
backwards
Path
to you
to
guys,
Love.
isn't it?
I
Yes,
see.
and it's by Deepak Chopra. He's
Yeah.
very well known. A lot of people
Tupac
know who he
Shakur.
is.
Yeah.
Right. So, right. So, there's a line in here that's like, when we were first born, all we ever knew was that we were loved. It was constant love all the time. And then we get older, it gets frayed. And then it talks about how why is it that we start to feel unloved? Like the love has always been there. Where did it go in our minds? You know what I'm saying? So like it just really got me thinking like, why don't I love myself? Like why don't I see myself as beautiful like everyone else? Or why aren't I taking care of myself? Why am I always putting myself down or letting other people put myself down? And so like this book actually got me through a lot in my lifetime and the very short 27 years I've lived. Um, but then another thing I started doing was meditating. I fell into yoga, meditation. I became a massage therapist, um, a doula, all that stuff, all that um, stuff that feeds my soul made the light inside of me a lot brighter. And so that light gave me a lot more in my life. And it was like, I don't need somebody else to make me feel this way, or I don't need this. It's all right here. It's all inside of me. So, guys, go downstairs. Ow.
So you're saying you doing what you love helped you love yourself also.
Yeah, because this is my daughter Artemis, by the way. I'm
I'm 23.
5.
I'll be 24 in like 2 weeks or a week. Trey's 25. Nah, you 26 now.
I'm 25.
You better be 26. All right.
He is? Well, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, him and MJ same age. MJ just turned 26 before he did.
Yeah, so like there's it's when you're on like your path, like there's a well of emotion that you get like in your heart chakra that you like know that it's like this is what I'm supposed to be doing because it feels good. It feels good to do it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody else is doing it for me. Like nobody's giving me anything. It's not that I'm doing it for myself. It feels really really good. And so after educating myself on some things and learning about like different stuff and it just kind of like fell into place. It was like love, dude. What did the Beatles say? All you need is love. Do 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 do. All you need is love. No, nobody. Okay.
Beatles that much.
Uh,
I know a little bit. You listen?
but
huh?
huh?
I thought you said something. I was like, oh, I didn't know that you listen to the Beatles that much.
No, I don't know what that song is. I'll listen to it.
He was just.
I was just, you know.
Some old school now. That's our realm.
Throw it back. Throw it back. Throw it back. Throw it back. But yeah.
But yeah, I do agree. I feel like if you do something that you love, you don't feel like you're working. You feel like you're, I don't know, you just feel happier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels good.
That's the way I've been.
Yeah.
That's what I've been.
That's the way I've been, you know. I used to this is 2020. Probably after I graduated high school, you know, the old freshman 40, you know, shit like that. And I got up to about 315. I used to weigh 315. It's about a year or two after high school. And you know what I'm saying? Like coming from high school, I used to play sports like every year. And you know what I'm saying? I always used to maintain my weight. And for me to jump from, I think I ended my senior year of high school like 245. And then I went on up to 315. And I was like, whoa now.
That's a game right there, boy.
Yeah. I was like I was wearing like a 42 or 44 in pants. Now I'm down like to 38, pushing 36. So
Hey,
I'm
keep
doing what
working.
makes me happy. It just makes me
Hey,
happy.
What, hitting the
yeah.
gym?
Yeah.
You don't ever take me? You don't never want to bring me along. I cancel my membership because of COVID. I got to wait for Trey to open the door for me now. Got fucked.
Hey,
Those don't come overnight.
they don't. They don't.
Rose, you work out?
No. Sometimes I do. Occasionally, I work out like every once in a while. Like I said, I do
Rose bring
yoga.
groceries in for Kroger. I'm through.
Hey, I do one trip. That's it. I take them
One
out of my
trip.
car, all
You
of
one of
them,
them.
One trip.
drop them off, and then go.
One trip.
Was
I
that
had
20 bags and still get the keys out her purse and unlock the door?
I had about 10 bags. I had about 10 bags and a case of water the other day.
Hey, that
So
water can kill you, boy.
I had 5 here, and then picked the case of water up with the bags on each hand.
Okay,
Like,
I put it under my arm like this.
oh, yeah.
Walking through.
For real.
Right.
I'm not gonna go back and forth, back and forth. Hell no. It's one trip. I got things to do.
No.
Well, thank you for the advice. I feel like a lot of people are gonna like that. I feel like a lot of people need to do that anyway. Love themselves, but I don't know. I don't know why there's not much love out right now.
Because a lot of people don't know what love is.
Oof, burn.
I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what romance was until somebody was like, "When was the last time somebody romanced you?" And I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Like, I was like, "Damn, I've never been romanced. I didn't know what that was." I There's a lot of stuff I really don't. There's a lot of stuff.
Do you feel
Yeah,
like a lot of women don't even really care about romance that much because they're not used to it?
I mean, we're definitely in an era
I
where
know.
true love doesn't really exist that much.
You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, women like to be.
What is it called?
I mean,
Tinder?
that goes for both sides.
Tinder
Though. That goes
is the
for
one
both
where you
sides.
guys swipe left and right. Is that Tinder? And
Yeah.
Grinder? Tinder and Grinder. That's the problem right there. A lot of people are vibrating on lower levels,
Mm-hmm.
and like a lot of us just lost the sense of like what it's like to be legitly like taken care of and wholeheartedly loved. And a lot of us just get that from ourselves, and we just don't care for it. Or some of us know what it is, and we not telling nobody.
Yep.
People
Do you
out there
think a
keeping
lot of
secrets.
men don't do it either? I feel like there's a lot of men who don't romance or don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
people just.
telling you that what I just said. We are in an era where true love doesn't really exist.
Like,
You
bro,
gotta
I
be
feel
in
like
that.
it's a fucking circle. It's a circle. It just goes around and
It's a
around.
constant like gender thing all the time. Like men don't do this, women don't do that. How about we all just do it at the same time? How about we all just stop complaining about it and just do it?
Exactly.
How about we stop arguing and hitting on each other and talk like adults and figure shit out? How about we work through things within ourselves and together? Like we want all this stuff and yet aren't doing anything to get it. Like it's crazy. It's crazy
I agree.
sometimes. Oh,
I do feel that way. I don't know why, where it came from. I don't know, bro. Because the way I was raised was, more old school. So I was raised to like, what I'm saying, like open doors, all that. You know what I mean? But sometimes it feels like it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, to treat women a certain way, like the right way. Like I say it's good. Like, I feel like doing it is good, but I feel like it doesn't do as much as it used to. But then again, it does attract the ones that you're supposed to get.
That's true.
But that takes time, and a lot of people are not ready to take time for anything. Everybody is so, what would you call it? Yeah,
Get to it. Let's get to it.
Fast paced. It's because they make it. They made our society like that. They put us on this 24-hour time crunch where we don't really have time to do anything, and
yeah,
everything's open from this to that, and we've got to work this to that, and we got to make sure this is done before that. Like, there's like I think my concept of time at this point is so warped that like I just kind of go with the flow. I have horrible time management, as you can see. Horrible. But my point is my point of saying this is that we're so fast paced, we don't want to take the time to learn one another and get to that point where it's like, okay, so like, do we want to do this or do we want to do that? Like, we forgot what it's like to just grow with someone instead of trying to like have sex and get to the next bitch and the next nigga. Da, 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 da. So like, it doesn't have to be like that. Like,
yeah.
slow the fuck down. What are you in a hurry for? We all gonna die anyway. Might as well enjoy it while we can. I don't understand.
I feel like it's definitely preference as well. I don't, what I'm saying, I don't really, agree with all that, but I'm sure it's other people's preferences. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do feel like too much sex can ruin uh the future, if you know what I mean.
It's the lowest form of creation. So yeah.
What do you mean lowest form of creation? What do you mean?
So like, um sex is a sacred exchange of energy, right? So like, um you use it most of the time to create, which is the root chakra, like it's the lower level chakras or whatever. You use it to like create what you want. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a baby. It could be like the emotions you guys want to share or the building you want to do. Like, to make physical contact is um just a lot of energy to do,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, to give another, like the opposition, like if you can just think something and it just happened like that, that's a high level of creativity right there. You just fucking doing it. You flowing like a motherfucker. Like, the energy is right there. You got it. It's done. Like, you didn't have to do nothing. It just happened. You thought it, boom, right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a high level of creativity. You know what I'm saying?
You still talking about sex?
I knew I was gonna lose you when I started talking like that.
I mean, cause you
So
said
that's what
bro thinking. I was like, either you a part of X-Men or he just getting the draws that easy. I don't know what you talking about.
You said
no, no,
X-Men.
no, no. I was saying,
He's a
because
mutant.
you asked me how is sex the lowest form of creation, and I was
Mhm.
explaining to you that you physically have to use that energy to create. It's a very low form of energy. And then I was explaining, like, I know that kind of probably didn't make sense. So I was like, if you can just think something and it just like manifests right there in front of you, then that's a high form of creativity. Like,
Right.
you didn't physically have to touch it. You didn't. You just moved so swiftly and so smooth that, like, it just happened. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
I
Like, the
think if
flow
I was
was
thinking
there.
about creation when you're talking about the physical, I'm thinking of a child. So then when you said mentally
I said that too.
create, I was like, she talking about dreams? Are you talking about you making your dreams reality? That's why I got lost.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
If you want to put it in those terms, yeah. I mean the same thing, yeah.
Okay. But I think we are gonna go ahead and finish this video. And that's
Yeah.
your advice. And thank you for the advice. That's one of the most important things I wanted to ask too, was the advice.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely love yourself. I can't stress
Love,
that enough.
love yourself,
'Cause
people.
Yeah, because I sometimes I'll be thinking like if I love myself a little bit more when I was younger, there's a lot of situations I would have avoided in my life. But then at the same time, it'd be like I'd create another outcome for my life. It wouldn't be this; it'd be something different.
True.
So
I feel like there is no wrong decision. Everything is just meant to be. Everything is a
what will
lesson.
be will be.
And I did put your website in the description on the last video. I'll do the same for this video.
Okay,
The
cool.
website for CMOS.
Thank you.
Also, my website is on there. You can get some merch. This is my geezer shirt. I'll be backwards on here, but it's my green one. That's all I got for right now. But we got some new shit coming in. Hopefully October, November. I get some new stuff. I got some patches that you can put on denim. Pretty dope.
And can I just clarify something real quick? Are we still recording?
Yes.
Okay, let me just clarify something real quick. The conversations that we have are based solely on like what I've experienced in my life. So if anybody's like, "Oh, she's wrong,"
Right,
that's
right.
cool, but you don't know me, so just know that. That's
No,
cool, but you don't know me, so
And the same goes for everybody else. Dude, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Trey. Same goes for everybody else on the screen. And thank you, Rose, as always. Always a great time. Trey, Uncle Trizza.
Trisha.
But we will hit you up again later, Rose. We will see you later. Maybe you
sounds
should
groovy. You said what?
get regular with us, and we can talk to other special guests.
I would love to do that. That would be cool.
Great,
That'd give me something else to like dabble in. So I'm cool with that.
great. And thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys later. Bye.
Peace out.